Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about a new product from Nudestix. It's actually going to be a first impression. I just got my package in the mail today, so I wanted to open it here on camera with you. I'm super excited for this launch. It's something that they've been kind of teasing for over a year now, and I just seem to love almost anything that they put out. So I got a few other things in my order because I figure I can't just order one thing. But of course, the main star of the show here is the tinted cover is what it's called. So all their products come in a nice little tin like this, and this is what the new product looks like. So I got shade 2. This new product here, as you can also see, has a pump. Hopefully that's going to make application nice and easy. I hope it's not one of those pumps that's just going to send a bunch of product out. I usually like to kind of start small and work from there. Before we get into putting this on, I want to show you what else I got in this here order. I decided that I wanted to order their, I think it was called Nude Beach Kit. So it's one that has a bunch of exclusive colors to it. Comes with a sun-kissed as well, which is one of their bronzing products. So this is what you get if you're ordering a multi-item kit like this. So there are 4 eye colors. There's a rustic, grotto, marooned, pink Seychelles, and Preya. Then there's 2 lip products, Kiss and Haven. The 2 lip products I believe are normal. They have them in the rest of their collection. However, I think all of the eye products actually are limited edition. But they aren't the star of the show today. So let's get into trying out the foundation. So I think to prep my base, what I'm going to do is just use a little bit of a pore filler kind of in my T-zone here. Actually, let's just zoom me on in. Alright, now that I have you all zoomed in here, let's put on the NYX pore filler. I used this in my last video where I was talking about the different techniques that I like to use to apply my foundation or my base products. I can link that in this video for you. So I'm just going to take a little bit of product and kind of dab it on. I have my handy dandy mirror right here. I think that's all I'm going to put on for now, because this, the claims for this tinted cover are to be kind of like skincare almost. So I feel like I shouldn't necessarily have to moisturize, especially with being a combination leaning more oily skin type. So we're gonna go in now with just this product here next. So this much product came out with 1 pump. Now hopefully this is a good shade match for me, and I think it'll work out pretty well. Again, I'm a person who doesn't really like a full covering product anyway, so I'm just gonna use my finger to apply this product initially here. Again, I think this is another product, it's not supposed to be a super full coverage look, but supposedly you can build it up to medium coverage. Now that's just on my cheeks right there. You can kind of see what nothing looks like, and I have acne scarring of course, so that's going to show through. And what one light layer, more so on my cheek, I haven't really done on here yet anyways, looks like on the skin. So it did cover up a touch of my redness, so that's a good thing. That's something that I enjoy. Let's take some more of this product down here and spread it out. It has a really wonderful scent. They put lavender oil in this, and I think that was actually a part of the intent of the product. On the day they did this kind of pre-launch, I was very much watching the Nudestix channel and listening to Jenny Frankel, Taylor talk about the product. They're so passionate. It's so wonderful to hear their opinions on everything. So I'm gonna do another pump over here. Just put a little bit of product here on my forehead. I think to get this level of coverage I used 1 pump, 2 pumps, 3.5, 4 pumps. So kind of seems like a lot. Normally I wouldn't use too much. Granted, it does not put out a whole lot of product per pump, so that's probably a good thing. but I worry because this is a bit more of an expensive product, so if I'm gonna have to use like 4 pumps every time to apply the product, I kind of worry that it's not going to be worth the money, but we'll see, because if it wears well, if I notice kind of skincare benefits to it, or if it doesn't make me break out more. Right now I'm kind of in more of a healing phase with my acne, then it could be worth it for me. So I'm gonna put a little bit more on my acne spots here and see kind of how it builds up. Now that I kind of placed it here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, actually let me see, I have the Nudestix Blend and Buff Brush. This is also another product that hasn't yet launched, but will be launching, I think they said, in the fall. They did a pre-launch last year, either a pre-launch or a teaser launch or whatever, for this product, or for this tool, and I just so happened to be needing to get another tinted blur stick when they were doing it, and it came free with that, so I'm super happy that I got it. It's perfect, it's nice and small and compact, great for traveling if you need it. I'm just using it now to kind of go over any other spots and make sure everything's kind of all evened out. So as you can see, it didn't cover up my really red spots, and that's kind of fine. I wasn't really expecting it to. My hopes would be that using a concealer in conjunction with this would help me get the kind of coverage that I needed in the areas where I have my imperfections or have a bit more discoloration. So that's what the finish looks like right now. Very natural, nice and dewy, very much my vibe. So I'm gonna put on my concealer, my bronzer, and my blush, and then we'll talk about how it kind of is feeling on my face and go from there. Alright, so this is my finished look. I did a similar routine as what were in my last 2 videos actually. So for my bronzing, I used the 3 products to create kind of different dimension. I used the shade Tiger Lily Queen from Nudestix on my cheeks, which is this like beautifully bright kind of pinky coral shade. I used Illuminati as my highlight, which I haven't done in a long time, so that was kind of exciting for me. It's more of like a glossy highlight, but it does sometimes have a pinky purpley shift to it, so it's really interesting, and I love how kind of every time I wear it I feel like I get a little bit of a different effect. I did end up testing out some of the products from that new kit that I got, the Nude Beach Festival kit, or whichever it was called. I tried out Pink Seychelles, which is what I put all over my lid. I put a little bit of Preya on the inner corner, and I put some of Terra, which isn't from the kit, I just had it at home, which is kind of it's actually this shade up here. It is a brown. This is kind of what it looks like after shearing it out a little bit. I just put that underneath my eyes to create a little bit more depth there. On my lips, I use the color Haven, which is this color right here. It's just a nice kind of nude glossy lip. I didn't want to do anything too crazy since I had kind of a more vibrant blush, and I did have a little bit of stuff going on in my eyes, so I just left that a little bit more simple. Last thing I want to do is I want to talk about some of the ingredients that they're saying in here, or some of the claims that they're making based on the ingredients they use, because I find it really interesting how they decided to describe the products that they have in here. So they break their description of ingredients down into a bunch of different categories. So they have anti-pollution, antioxidant, anti-aging, anti-inflammatory. Some of the ingredients that show up here are white mulberry, aloe, green tea, grape extract, coffee, resveratrol. They have another section that is anti-aging, toning, firming, lifting. This has cranberry, chestnut, safflower, other ingredients listed there as well. They have 3 more sections. One section is antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, where they have tea tree, eucalyptus, peppermint, and rosemary extracts. Really like actually that there's tea tree in this. As a person who gets acne, I'm kind of hoping that it's going to maybe not necessarily treat, but at least help so that my foundation or my base makeup isn't going to break me out. Fingers crossed. And then they have 2 other sections where it just says skin brightening minerals, cruelty-free, vegan, paraben-free, gluten-free, and fragrance-free. So they have a big fuller list of all the ingredients below, but those are the ones that they really like market for this product. If I can figure out how to put an image on the screen of those ingredients, I will for you. So this is what the product looks like after applying. You can see that at this point and how I decided to cover it up, it's kind of nicely canceling out redness. I mean, I did put blush on, so I kind of added some of it back, obviously. But my acne spots do still come through just a little bit, but they're not quite as red and as intense as when I started. That's due to more so how I use my concealer, not so much how I use my foundation, but that's my personal preference. I would always rather have less foundation, touch up in just a few little areas, and kind of go from there. I'd rather not be heavy all over my face. I use the NARS Soft Matte Concealer along with the Nudestix Concealer Pencil just kind of in my under eyes to add a bit of brightness. It's a very, very pale color, as you can see right there. So I just kind of dotted it and then patted it out with my fingers. Didn't apply too much of it because I didn't just want to have a white cast. This is kind of the first impression of it. So far, I am liking it. I like the way it feels. I don't feel any sort of irritation or anything yet with this product, so that's of course always good. And yeah, hopefully it wears well. If I don't get a chance to check in, what I'm going to do is update you in the description box down below to kind of give you some more of my thoughts. I'll probably be posting about this the next few days as well on my Instagram, which you can also find in the description box down below, just so you can see my feelings kind of after wearing it for a few days, not just a simple first impression, because I do think that while first impressions are wonderful, you get a good feel for things, that it is important to know how, if you work with the product, use it a little bit differently, that it might work better or worse, and if you either want to go to the effort of doing those things or if you don't. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you're gonna check out this new product, or if you're not, let me know down below. Love to hear your thoughts. I think it's a pretty new, pretty different product on the market, so I'll be curious to see how well it does compared to just like your average foundation and see what people think. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.